What do you change in your technique to hit this?
Don't try and hit it too hard.
Yeah.
If you try and hit it too hard, it will become out quite spinny.
Okay.
So I just make sure I kind of...
Right, we're here, AIG Women's Open here, St Andrews. I'm joined by Annabell Fuller. We're here on the range, just warming up, Annabell. You've had a good last week for regional and final qualifying to get here this week. How's that been?
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
Just kind of had a really good day on Monday, played pretty solid, held some putts, and then fortunately qualified.
And now we're here. You played in this, in AIG Women's Open before, right?
Yeah, at Carnoustie a couple of years ago.
Carnoustie, that's, you've just got all the top venues, haven't you?
Yeah, I know, I've been pretty lucky.
Obviously Links Golf here this week. You're playing the old course, which is obviously an iconic venue. Not as windy as what your final qualifying was, but obviously you've been playing a lot of Links Golf lately. What are some of the things you've been finding different playing Links Golf to usual stuff that you've been playing on LET?
I think just like allowing for the wind kind of going, like normally it's when we play it's maybe at most one club wind, whereas now it's okay, it's two or three club wind, and I think that just makes a difference on par fives become longer or they become more gettable rather than just being like the same hole. And then if the wind switches as well, you'll have one day where something you can get 2 and 2 and the other day you've got no chance.
We're going to see you hit some shots now. So we've got a bit of breeze off the left. It's not too bad, is it? It's manageable.
Exactly.
Yesterday was bad.
Yesterday was bad.
What club have you got in your hands here?
I've currently got my 8 iron.
Okay, and what are some of the things, if you had to, let's say, it's all about, I feel, controlling the ball around, especially St Andrews, what are some of the things you might do to bring the ball flight down?
Yeah, I mean, the typical thing is just kind of like do a shorter swing.
Yeah.
3/4 swing will naturally make it come out kind of lower anyway.
Yeah, bit less speed, less spin.
Trap the ball a little bit.
Yeah.
You can move it slightly back in your stance. It's another easy one to do. Just kind of playing around with whatever feels right with the wind on that hole.
Okay, let's see that one then when you're taking some of the speed out the shot. Nice. And what's your typical shot shape? Would you say you draw the ball or fade the ball, or pretty neutral?
Pretty neutral.
Okay.
I like to see a fade sometimes,
Yeah.
but then if I want to, I'll draw it. But
So that swing there, a bit shorter on the way back and shorter on the way through. Would you do that with all of your clubs or just short irons?
I could do that with all of my clubs, so I wanted to keep it
do
low.
it with all of them, right?
Yes.
Okay, and then if you was to hit another one lower than that, would you then start playing with ball position and moving it back and trying to hit down on it a little bit more?
Yeah, exactly that. So I probably move it back in my stance.
Yep.
Kind of try to hit more down in it.
Okay.
It might come out a little bit more fadey, but it'll go lower.
Okay, let's see that one. That's pure. Deep divot as well.
Yeah.
Like Bryson there. Okay, that is super nice. And okay, we've got a crosswind off the left here. If you had, let's say, a shot that you didn't want to get affected by that, how would you hold one up into it? So say you played a draw and it kind of fought the wind a little bit. Have you got that shot? Is that a shot that you'd play out there this week?
I probably wouldn't choose to play it.
Okay.
I'd play with the wind. I think it's a lot easier to always allow for the wind instead of fight against it.
Yeah.
I think a bit of a mistake is people try and play these shots that hold up against the wind and it doesn't always
It's
work.
tough to do, isn't it?
Exactly,
Yeah.
It's easier to swing with the wind too.
Okay.
But yeah, you can kind of play. This one's a soft enough wind where you could play a little draw in and expect it to fall pretty straight then.
Okay, let's see that. So let's say we're going on the, where are you aiming at here?
Just down like to the right of the 150.
Okay, let's see one that you ride the wind to the 150 then.
Okay.
You're hitting all the shots, by the way, calling them and hitting them easy. Nice.
Yeah, so that just still managed to draw nicely. because the wind's not
Bouncing
too
in,
strong.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, right, I'm gonna get a different club for you. I want you to go up the bag now. And have you changed anything in the bag this week, clubs-wise?
I have a new set of irons, but they're the same.
Okay.
So and then I have the new GT driver.
Okay.
So that one's
Do you
new
want to
too.
hit that?
I mean, yeah,
Okay,
you
let's
can
hit
do.
driver. We're going driver now.
This one's new. It's 8
This
degrees.
is a new club too. Is this 8 degree for this week, or is it?
A bit of both.
8 degree
I wanted
usually?
a lower ball flight,
Okay.
and this week it's come at the perfect timing to try that lower
Perfect.
driver and see if I can work it.
Are you pulling out drivers? You played a few holes yesterday. Are you hitting driver a lot around the old course
Yeah.
this week? Yeah.
There's a lot of misses left. You can actually get a driver quite far down there,
Yeah.
and then you get an advantage because it's short shot in.
Perfect. All right. Let's. I
So-
want to see some crushed drivers. Nice. Okay. And then is it the same thing? So if you're trying to work with the wind with driver, are you almost seeing I can get a few more yards out of this if I get it riding on the wind?
Yeah, depending on how strong the wind is,
Okay.
of course, and the miss on the hole. With this driver, luckily I can just tee it down a little bit, kind of hit a smooth one. It comes out pretty low and runny, which is useful on links. You can just hit and run, it'll run pretty far.
Okay, last shot. This is the one I've been waiting to see you hit. I want to see a low bullet with a driver.
Low bullet with a
If
driver.
you're coming in on the back 9 on Sunday and you need to hit the fairway, keep it down into the wind, show me that shot.
Okay, so I just do a pretty low tee.
What do you change in your technique to hit this?
Don't try and hit it too hard.
Yeah.
If you try and hit it too hard, it will become out quite spinny.
Okay.
So I just make sure I kind of feel the club head come through first, so it's just quite a low spin,
Okay.
low ball.
Okay, all right. Love that. Little low cut. That's the one I want to see. Okay. Annabell, thanks so much for joining us here on the range, AIG Women's Open, Annabell Fuller.